I think it was last Friday, I did a live stream covering the story of Sun Hat Kid, an individual that was working with Danny Duncan, and he was a part of Danny Duncan's videos and stuff like that. You saw him all the time, essentially. He made a exposed video on Danny Duncan. It was around 18 minutes long, essentially saying that Danny Duncan abused him. He's taken advantage of him. He made him sign contracts that were kind of constrictive and things like that. I think one of the biggest allegations, in my opinion, was Danny Duncan held a knife to his neck in the bathroom. All right, that's pretty spicy stuff right there. But ladies and gentlemen, Danny Duncan has finally responded to this. I don't necessarily remember when was the last time Sun Hat Kid made his video. Let me go ahead and check right now just to make sure. To keep the dates in check here, because we got to make sure that Sun Hat Kid or Danny Duncan responded in the appropriate time. So let me just go ahead and click this. You're gonna hear noise, and then December 1st. So it took him around 7 days to make a response video, which it's not that long of a time. Right? His video is 12 minutes long, but in my opinion, let me go ahead and show you what I see right now on the screen. In my opinion, you didn't need 12 minutes to really shake up the allegations, to put Sun Hat Kid's video in question, to see if it's actually viable, to see if he's actually telling the truth. Because all he needed was this part right here, a recording of a meeting with Aaron, which is Sun Hat Kid, and Danny Duncan, because Aaron was, giving some disputes or giving his quarrels. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but he was complaining. Yeah, essentially he was complaining to Danny that he feels like he's being treated unfairly. It's not the full recording, it's only snippets that, in my opinion, make Aaron, Sun Hat Kid, look bad, okay? I think it would be in the interest of everyone's, ideas and just like in general, that Danny would release the entire voice call, right? Because people can say, hey, Danny took this out of context, hey, this isn't the full thing. So I think if you just posted the full thing, the entirety of the call, right, then I think that would be good. I think that would be a good idea. But let me go ahead and play you this little part right here. It's very short, but in its shortness, it just does a lot of damage for Sun Hat Kid's, allegations.
I just don't like when you start threatening me, like saying I'm like taking advantage of you and shit. Yeah. It just kind of bothers me, so I don't want to be put in that situation again. Gotcha. To be honest, because that's not how it ever was in any way.
Yeah. So are we just done? Are we done filming each other?
I mean, it's not like we never film again. I don't think it's like that. I'm not like how we used to, for sure not.
I just gotta figure out what's next. Like, what do I do?
You just make your own videos. Just do good shit.
I gotta play it smart. I gotta play a game. I gotta play the LA game, I guess, for a little bit. I just gotta do it.
What's the LA game?
What everyone else does. Dude, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know. I think I'm good at like starting drama. That's when I focus on starting drama. I think I like doing drama.
Starting beefs?
Yeah, starting beefs. I've been doing that for a long time, from the beginning. I'm gonna go back to that. Just calm people out. I don't have a filter. I will say anything.
So you definitely don't want to start drama.
No, I'm good at it though. I just one thing I'm good at.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I don't have a filter. I will see anything online. That's the thing. I don't care. I will talk about gay stuff. I don't care. I don't have a filter.
Dude, it's not good.
That's gonna do it. I have to. Or I'm just not gonna grow. My views are crap. Imagine you doing YouTube for 5 years and you're still seeing it. I guarantee you'd be losing your mind with me. That makes you so like mad.
It's all you're gonna do is make yourself sad and mad.
It is
and pissed off.
Well, you're not entitled to 5 million followers tomorrow.
Oh, I gotta do make money, man. So what do you think I should do?
Make good videos.
But all I'm hearing right now is that I gotta do whatever it takes to make it. That's what I'm gonna do, I guess. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, make sure you pay back the deposit. What is it? Deposit on the apartment.
Whatever it takes.
So if you look right here, he says, I gotta play the LA game, and then towards the end, okay, there we go. Whatever it takes. So essentially, he wants to do the LA game, and he's willing to do whatever it takes. Alright, so whatever it takes could possibly mean to make up some bullshit, to make up some drama. He even said in the video, in that little snippet, that, you know, he thrives off the drama. He is good at starting drama, starting beef, right? Doesn't look too good on Sun Hat Kid. No, sir, whatsoever, alright? It puts the allegations in question. A thing that was very interesting in the minds of a lot of people was the contracts and the whole having to unfollow a lot of people, or just basically all your Instagram followers. Danny Duncan does address this. You know, the first thing he says is he didn't have to sign a contract, right? Like, Aaron did not have to sign the contract. He wasn't forced to, you know, he wasn't held by gunpoint to sign it. That's not the case, right? Like, it was all free will, right? It was his choice to make, right? And that's usually how contracts work. And the reasoning behind the unfollowing of the, you know, the people that he was following is because he thinks that, Danny Duncan thinks that, you know, having no followers on Instagram just looks clean, right, for a profile, because it's a business. Like, Danny Duncan sees this as a business. And he makes a good point. He makes a good point where, you know, if you unfollow someone who you think is a friend and they no longer see you as a friend, they were never good friends in the first place. And I think that's a completely fair and, yeah, just really fair point that he made there. Another piece of this allegation that Aaron made was that when he went to go confront Danny, you know, about all of this and stuff like that, it didn't really seem like Danny was taking it too well, to the point where he was freaking out and he was molding and stuff like that. But he shows clips, you know, in this video right here, Danny shows clips of him having the call, and he doesn't look too mad. He doesn't scream whatsoever. He's actually really calm, you know, very level-headed, very business manner, right? Like a business vibe. He didn't freak out, things like that. So it seems like it doesn't look too good. Does not look too good for you know, for Aaron. But like I said, the biggest thing was the whole knife thing, and it's kind of still a blur, okay? Like, it's still up in the air, still up to debate whether or not it actually happened. You know, obviously Danny Duncan said it never happened, right? You really don't have any evidence towards that for either, because it's just a he said, she said kind of deal, right? Because none of them had information, or not information, had like video to prove this, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that they're not gonna have video cameras in the bathroom, right? But it could have been a deleted scene from a video. It's like, oh, it could have been too spicy and stuff like that. So that could have been the thing, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. So again, it's going to be a he said, she said kind of deal. But I still hold to the fact that if it actually did happen, that is completely shitty on his part. But another important thing to talk about is, you know, Aaron isn't completely innocent of doing whack things. One scene that I remember particularly, right, was the scene where, let me see if I can actually find it here. Apparently he did something bad to his dog, where he almost let his dog die. Oh, come on, let me find it. He apparently left the dog in a cage for a week, so almost killed it. Which, again, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't know why he really brought that up in the first place. Maybe he shows his irresponsibility for, you know, just like enjoy. Ah, here it is. Okay, here it is. So this is the scene that I remember very specifically, but I don't know why I didn't mention it in the first place in the other video. And that's on me. That's definitely on me. But this scene right here is from a video that Danny Duncan made, I think last year or the year before. It's kind of foggy, but it's no, it's not recently new. If it happened last year, then it's not new. Anyways, this is a scene where this is Aaron, right? This is Aaron. He, you know, they, I think what was happening was they were on go-karts and they were crashing against each other and shit like that. And I think Aaron had enough, grabbed the guy that you see right there, and started choking him. Started throwing him around, and there was a lot of water, and he wanted to push his head down, the white dude's head down, into the murky water, okay, to the point where you have this right here, where the guy's actually yelling for help, and people had to go in to separate them. Another scene, let me see if I can show it here. Yeah, okay, so this is the scene where he kicks his head. This is Aaron, and this is where he's kicking someone's head down in the fucking water. Let me see if I can play here. Yeah, there you go, and then, you know, Danny comes over there, and he's like, you can't fucking do that. So, yeah, fucking Aaron, not so innocent, not so fucking innocent. You know, there's a rule there's a rule on one of the servers that I'm in, not my server, but one of the rules. Let me see if I can actually find it here, because it's actually a pretty good rule here, and maybe I could get some flack here. Okay, so banter is tolerated as long as both parties are participating in it and doesn't go too far. You could say that kicking someone's fucking head is going too far, but, you know, the question could be begged, right? Like, Aaron is participating in this, right? Like, he is partaking in the trolling, in the banter, in the, you know, in the garbage, right? And so when he does it, he seems to be okay with it, but when it happens to him, he's not so okay with that. So what's the problem? What's the issue here? You know, it doesn't add up here. It doesn't look too good. But there's one important thing that I need to point out that is very interesting about this video, is that Danny's video does not seem like a hit piece on Sunhat, right? Like, of course, it's a defense video, right? But towards the end of this, you know, he doesn't say, fuck Aaron or shit like that. No, like, he talks about the good times. You know, he says it's the end of an era. Basically, he said that he loved Aaron, right? Brotherly love, obviously. And then he ends the video like this. He ends the video like this. Like that. Interesting. Isn't that interesting? Like, is that... I feel like that's extremely interesting, right? Because he didn't basically call him a fucking moron. Like, he was very calm throughout the entire fucking video. But, you know, it was just, again, him just defending himself, right? Explaining more about Aaron, things like that. Like, you can go through the entire video and see for yourself this, you know, to see how, you know, Danny presented himself. At first, I didn't like it. Because it seemed like he was just taking this entire situation as a joke. But no, like, towards the end, around this part right here, like, it starts to get more serious. He starts to more take it seriously, right? But in the end, you know, it just actually caught me off guard. Because usually when you see situations like this, like these two parties are like over, right? Like they start modding, you know, they make videos, and then they're never fucking friends again, or they split up and then they come back. But this, I don't know. I think that part right there is pretty wholesome. You could say that it could possibly be like a play to get your heartstrings going, to sympathize with Danny Duncan. I think there's still questions that need to be asked about this again. Like, is the knife situation, you know, a legitimate thing, or does it die out with the whole beginning right here, where he says, you know, I gotta play the game, I gotta do what I gotta do, I'm good with drama and stuff like that. So possibly the entire video is just a huge, you know, shabam, huge lies and deceptions for Suncat Kid, right? But here's my prediction, right? Like, let me try to, you know, theorize, conspiracize. That's not a word. In this little situation here, if Sunhat Kid comes out with a video, and does it in a very specific way, and I was thinking about this a while back, or today, then I would say this was a planned ploy, a planned drama skit made by, you know, Danny and Aaron. You know, they both signed off on this, because in the video, in Danny's video, he says, like, he knew this weeks ago. So, I mean, that could possibly be you know, a reality. It could be. That could be a possible ending there. So, we'll have to see if Aaron responds to this, and if he responds in a specific way that I can't necessarily talk now, or explain what I mean, because I completely forgot what I meant. So, if he does that, then I will say this was an entire ploy, right? This is just a little game that these people are playing. You could say it's like, oh, you shouldn't fucking do that, or things like that, but at the end of the day, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just like Aaron said, you gotta do what you gotta do when it comes to, you know, getting those views. And, you know, Aaron right now is, well, before this, he was winning. He was winning because people were like, oh, sympathize with Aaron and fuck Danny. But after this video was released, everyone's like, oh, maybe not. Vice versa. But there you go. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is basically the video. That is basically the situation. Danny Duncan responds pretty well to this situation, and now the guns, the lights, whatever the hell you want to call it, are on Aaron, Sun Hat Kid. You know, is the video viable? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think that the video is still viable? Do you think Danny did a fantastic job? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say. But anyways, thank you everyone for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. You want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification to be notified on my next video. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.